All right. So I'm going to tell a story from my retail days. It's a short one, but I still tell it because it's entertaining. So when I graduated college, I had multiple internships in my field and eventually a job there, but I also had to work retail because I was living in New York City. To make ends meet, I had between 2 or 3 jobs at any time. So one of them was retail. And
Do
I
you
was,
sleep ever?
I sleep like 5 hours a night, so it's fine.
That's not healthy. Anyway, go on.
No, it's not healthy. But this is the story of one of my retail jobs. Now, just for context, when I started working retail, it wasn't so bad. I was able to negotiate my wage to a livable wage. They also, when I started there, had a pretty good health plan for retail and a pretty generous 401k again for retail. All that slowly got cut back through the years. So by this time, it was just paying the rent, and my dental health was going to hell, and my retirement. This is after the crash, so my retirement lost 2/3 of its value that year.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah, and it didn't like I had just started. Like I was out of college for like 3 years, so there wasn't that much. So basically, 2 years of investment just gone.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it never recovered. I had to roll into something else, but that's a different story. So I'm working retail. I'm working computer repair retail, and customer comes in with the family computer and the children, and they have like something that just needs to be tweaked, and they don't know how to do it. And the man brought his young daughter there, and she's very interested in computers, so she's asking me what I'm doing and why. And there's no one else in the store, so I'm just like, yeah, you do this and that's that, and interacts with this. She's entranced and she's picking it up really quickly. She's obviously very intelligent. And at some point, like towards the end of the conversation, as I'm wrapping stuff up, she goes, "Someday I want to have a job just like you." And I just like deflated a little bit, and I looked her in the eye and said, "You got to aim higher, kid." The dad fell out laughing. I think he left the store laughing.
It could have gone one of two ways, you know?
Well, like I appreciated what she was saying. Like, I hope
Yeah.
I have your knowledge and experience and you help people. And I'm just like, you really have to. Like, this is not the goal. No one here is like was growing up is just like, I want to be a retail worker. Like, that's not what kids do. You
I'm sure
got,
somebody,
yeah. Like,
ideally, no.
well, one of the times I was smart to a customer, but it wouldn't have gotten me fired. There's plenty of times I was smart to a customer where I should have been fired.
But you're so charming.
But this is one time I was smart to a customer and it worked out better than expected because like that young girl had so much potential and I'm just like, please do not go into retail on purpose.
Do something else.
Do something. Go to college for this because I didn't go to college for computers. It ended up being what I had experience in because I did it for beer money while in college. So then coming out of college and trying to use my degree to get experience because experience is how you get jobs. I also had to have a job in computers for my rent and beer money.
It was what you had experience in. Your side gig
Yeah.
wound up your gig.
Yeah, and I like computers, so it worked out fine. And I don't work retail anymore, and I have lots of stories about retail. If you want to hear more stories about retail, comment below because I've got customer horror stories, I've got management horror stories.
You know, I've got a couple myself, not nearly as many, but we could do an episode.
I was there for years. I I worked at so many of the store locations because I used to. We'll go to the other video, but I was really good at my job. So when other stores fell behind on their computer repair, I would get drafted to go there and repair their computers.
Because you were the guy.
Because I was the guy who would just go in and in an hour, I would be like, everything just has to run till tomorrow morning. Call me if there are problems, and I'd get to leave. We'll talk
Aim
about that
higher.
some other time. But yeah, I hated the job. I was very good at the work. I was terrible at the customers, and I was terrible with the management because they retail management's a lot of blowing like smoke up your ass,
Yeah, yeah.
according to what the regional manager says, and
Absolutely.
you being like, "No, I'm boots on the ground." You're fucking lying to me.
To my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the goal is 2,000. You know we get 3 people in on a Wednesday. We're not hitting 3,000 unless you're ponying up.
So
Well,
aim higher.
aim higher than retail. If you're in retail, form a union
Yeah.
and rock on.
Stick it to the man. Rock on.